Welcome to Class 8 Mathematics. Myself, Zainab Bahari. Dear friends, today we are going to continue with the chapter number 10, Direct and Inverse Variation. This is the part 3, Use of Unitary Method. So today we are going to discuss how to use unitary method to solve the complex word problems. In the previous two videos, we learned about use of direct and inverse variation. So here we go with the solved example from our textbook. A fort had provision for 300 men for 90 days. After 20 days, 50 men left the fort. How long would the food last at the same rate on the fort? So let us find out the solution. After 20 days, for 300 men, provision will last 90 minus 20 days. After 20 days, we are going to calculate. So here we have to reduce this 20 from 90 days. That is 70 days. And the provision will last for one man 300 into 70 days. As 50 men left the fort, we have to reduce this 50 from 300 men. So 250 men. So for the 250 men, provision will last for 300 multiplied by 70 divided by 250 days. On calculating here, 300 multiplied by 70 upon 250, we will get 12 into 7, that is 84 days. So provision will last for 84 days. Let us take another example. 8 men or 6 women earn rupees 960 in one day. Find 1 day's earning of 1 man, 1 day's earning of a woman, 1 day's earning of 4 men and 5 women. Let us turn to the solution. Since here 1 day's earning of 8 men is equal to rupees 960, 1 day's earning of a single man is equal to 960 upon 8. On doing the calculation, we will get rupees 120. Since it is given in the example, 1 day's earning of 6 women is rupees 960, 1 day's earning of 1 woman is equal to rupees 960 divided by 6. That is rupees 160. Finally, here we will calculate in the third 1 day's earning of 4 men and 5 women. So 1 day's earning of 4 men and 5 women is 4 into 120 plus 5 into 160. That is 480 plus 800 equal to 1280. Dear students, always remember, while applying unitary method, arrange the given statement in such a way that whatever is asked to find out in the questions will be written at the end of the statement. Let us solve this example. 2 men or 3 women can do a piece of work in 45 days. Find in how many days will 6 men and 1 woman will be able to complete the same work. So here, according to the given amount of work done in the same time for 2 men equivalent to the 3 women. We will note it down here. 2 men is equivalent to 3 women and 1 man is equivalent to 3 by 2 women. So 6 men is equal to 3 by 2 multiplied by 6 women. Here, as 1 man is 3 by 2 women, so 6 men is equal to 3 by 2 into 6 women. On doing the multiplication and division, 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are 6, 3 into 3 is equal to 9 women. So 6 men is equivalent to 9 women. 6 men plus 1 woman is equivalent to 9 women plus 1 woman. That is equivalent to 10 women. Since 3 women can do the work in 45 days, 1 woman will do the work in 45 multiplied by 3 days. That is equal to 135 days. The same way, 10 women will do the work in 135 by 10 days. That is equal to 13 and half days. So finally, we can state that 6 men and 1 woman will complete the same work in 13 and half days. Dear students, now let us turn to the exercise 10C. So here, exercise 10C, question number 1. Cost of 24 identical articles is rupees 108. Find the cost of 40 similar articles. So let's turn to the solution. As per given, we can write down here 24 identical articles. Cost rupees 108. Therefore, cost of one article is equal to 108 upon 24. Of course, this is in rupees unit. Now from this, we will calculate cost of 40 similar articles. So 40 similar articles cost for rupees 40 multiplied by 108 upon 24. On doing the calculation, 12 2s are 24, 12 9s are 108, 2 1s are 2, 2 20s are 40. Finally, we will get here 20 multiplied by 9. That is rupees 180. So, similar 40 articles cost rupees 180. Let's move to the next example. Now here we go with the question number 3 from the same exercise. So in this question, it is given in order to complete a work in 28 days, 60 men are required. How many men will be required if the same work is to be completed into the 40 days? So let us see how to solve it by using unitary method. The first step, we will write a work is completed by 60 men in 28 days. Therefore, 60 men can do same work in the 1 day equal to 1 upon 28. So this is 1 upon 28 is the work, amount of work done by 60 men. Therefore, one man can do the amount of work in one day equal to 1 upon 28 multiplied by 60. Now here we will consider X men can do same work in 40 days. So therefore, X men can do the work in one day equal to X upon 60 multiplied by 28. So days required for X men is equal to 60 multiplied by 28 upon X. Here we have made inverse since we need to find out the days required by the X men. So as per given information, we know that number of days is equal to 40. So we will write down 40 is equal to 60 multiplied by 28 upon X. So X is equal to, we will transpose X and 40. So 60 multiplied by 28 upon 40. 0, 0 cancel. 4 ones are 4. 4 sevens are 28. So X is equal to 6 into 7. That is 42 is the value of X. And this X we have considered as a number of men. So finally, we can write down the answer as 42 men are required to complete the same work in 40 days. So here we go with the next example. Question number 4 from the exercise 10C. A fort had provision for 450 soldiers for 40 days. After 10 days, 90 more soldiers come to the fort. Find for how many days will the remaining provision last at the same rate. So we will write down first in the given provision for 450 soldiers is 40 days. After 10 days, 90 more men or 90 more soldiers come to the fort. Therefore, we can find out provision remaining for 40 minus 10, that is 30 days. So we can say here remaining provision, the total provision would last for 40 minus 10 days, that is 30 days. And number of soldiers after 10 days is equal to 450 plus 90, because 90 more soldiers are getting added with the troop. So we will add it with 450. That is equal to 540 soldiers. Now 540 soldiers are there on the fort. So let us go for the next step. As we have to calculate provision required for 450 men for 30 days. We will do 450 multiplied by 30 equal to 540 into x. So here the provision will for x days for 540 men. So let us calculate in the next step. (450) multiplied by 30 equal to 540 into x. We need to calculate x. Here 450 multiplied by 30 upon 540. 0, 0 cancel. In the next step, we'll go for division. Common factors we will remove from it. So 9 5s are 45 and 9 6s are 54 and 6 1s are 6, 6 5s are 30. So value of x is equal to 5 into 5, that is 25. This is number of days. So the given provision will remain for 25 days as the 90 more soldiers are getting added on the fort after 10 days. So provision will last for 25 days. Let us go now for the next question. That is question number 6. 3 by 5 quintal of wheat cost rupees 210. Find the cost of first thing 1 quintal of wheat, and from that second thing we have to calculate, that is 0.4 quintal of wheat. Cost for 1 quintal of wheat and cost for 0.4 quintal of wheat. So for finding out the answer, we will write down here 3 by 5 quintals of wheat cost rupees 210. So by using unitary method, we can calculate cost of 1 quintal wheat by dividing 210 with 3 by 5. So we'll write here 210 divided by 3 by 5. So let us calculate this. 210 divided by 3 by 5. Here in the next step, this division we will convert as multiplication. So 3 by 5 will get inverse. So we will write multiplicative inverse as 5 by 3, and on dividing we'll get 70 multiplied by 5. So the cost of 1 quintal wheat is rupees 350. This is the first answer. Now from this, we will calculate the second part of the question. that is cost of 0.4 quintal wheat is equal to 0.4 multiplied by 350 is equal to rupees 140. Now, dear friends, let us move to the question number 10 from the exercise 10C. Here, in the question number 10, it is given 50 laborers can dig a pond in 16 days. How many laborers will be required to dig another pond which is double size in 20 days?
50 laborers can dig a pond in 16 days.
So therefore, "50 laborers can do work in 1 day" equal to 1 upon 16. This is the amount of work done by 50 laborers in 1 day. Remember, this is the amount of work. So, from the 50 laborers work, we will find out 1 laborer's work. So, 1 labor work for 1 day is equal to 1 upon 16 multiplied by 50. This is the amount of work for 1 laborer in 1 day. We will consider here X laborer do the work in 20 days. X laborers we have considered who are doing the work in 20 days. So in the next step we can write down X laborers will do the work in 1 day. Amount of work in 1 day by X laborer is equal to X upon 16 multiplied by 50. X laborers 1 day work is X upon 16 multiplied by 50. From this step, we have calculated this one. So 16 multiplied by 50 upon X is equal to the number of days required to dig the pond. That is to do the work. Here, as per given in the textbook. And this is for X laborer, remember it. So by given, here in the example it is given 16 multiplied by 50 upon X completes the work in how many days? 20 days. So in place of this one, we will write 20 days. Therefore, value of X is equal to 16 multiplied by 50 upon 20 by transposing the values of X and 20. 0, 0 cancel, 2 1s are 2, 2 8s are 16. And 8 multiplied by 5 is the value of X, that is equal to 40. So this is the number of men. We have considered here X laborers, means number of laborers is 40. So 40 laborers working in 20 days. Now just we will go to the text again. The question 10, it is given that now here size of the pond gets doubled. So as the 40 men are completing the digging of pond of the given size. If suppose 40 men are required to dig the pond of the given size, if the size of pond will be doubled, then here size of pond is doubling. The work which is done by 40 men in 20 days will also get changed. So we'll write here, if size of pond is doubled, then men required to complete the work within the same amount of time, that is within the 20 days, will also be doubled. Here, remember, number of days are 20 only. So what we will do? The laborers we will double. Since the size of pond is doubled, so 40 multiplied by 2 is equal to 80 men. 80 men are required to dig the double size pond in 20 days. Now, dear friends, let us move to the next. So remaining questions you have to solve from home. So don't forget to solve examples based on unitary method from the exercise 10th C. Thank you very much. We will meet with the next session in the next video.